It was supposed to be just another fiery political interview. The studio lights were bright. The cameras were rolling. Millions were watching live. Karoline Leavitt sat confidently in her chair, ready to defend her position like she always did, sharp, fearless, and prepared. Across from her was Marjorie Greene, a woman once considered an ally, a political sister in arms. At first, the conversation felt normal. The host asked about party unity. Karoline spoke with strength about loyalty and trust. She believed she was among friends. But then the tone suddenly shifted. Without warning, Marjorie leaned forward and dropped a statement that felt like a lightning strike. She questioned Karoline's credibility, on air, in front of the entire nation. Gasps rippled through the studio. The air grew tense. Karoline blinked in disbelief. No warning, no private conversation, just betrayal, live and unfiltered. Viewers at home sensed it instantly. Something had gone terribly wrong. Marjorie's words cut deep. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't shout. Instead, she spoke calmly, which somehow made it worse. She challenged Karoline's loyalty, hinted at backroom politics, and suggested that Karoline had abandoned the very values they once stood for together. Karoline tried to respond at first. Her voice was steady, but her eyes told another story. Shock, hurt, confusion. "This wasn't our agreement," she said quietly. The host attempted to regain control of the discussion, but the damage was already done. Social media exploded instantly. Clips spread within minutes. Hashtags began trending before the segment even ended. Marjorie never backed down. She doubled down. She spoke as if this confrontation had been planned. Every word felt calculated. Every sentence pushed Karoline further into isolation. For Karoline, this wasn't just political disagreement. This felt personal. This felt like a public execution of trust. Then it happened. Mid-sentence, Karoline's voice cracked. Her words slowed. The strength she was known for suddenly wavered. Her hands trembled slightly as she tried to collect herself. For the first time on national television, the usually unshakable Karoline appeared emotionally overwhelmed. She paused. The studio fell silent. "I defended you when no one else would," she said, tears welling in her eyes. "And this is how you repay that?" The moment felt raw and unscripted. The cameras kept rolling, capturing every painful second. The host looked uneasy. Producers in the control room reportedly debated cutting to commercial. But the nation was already locked in. Karoline's emotional wall finally cracked. Tears rolled down her face. Not dramatic, not staged, but real. The audience at home felt it. Supporters flooded comment sections with messages of shock and sympathy. This wasn't political theater anymore. This was heartbreak on display. Within minutes, the internet was on fire. Clips of Karoline's emotional moment dominated X, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Some called it the most brutal on-air betrayal of the year. Others debated whether Marjorie had crossed an unforgivable line. Political commentators rushed into emergency panels. News alerts lit up phones across the country. Supporters of Karoline praised her courage and vulnerability. Critics of Marjorie accused her of ambition without loyalty. Even people who usually avoided politics found themselves pulled into the drama. Celebrities weighed in. Influencers took sides. Memes spread. But beneath the noise, one truth became clear. This moment had shaken public trust in political alliances. Behind the scenes, sources claimed Karoline left the studio in tears, escorted by staff. She reportedly declined interviews for the rest of the night. Meanwhile, Marjorie released a brief statement online, saying she stood by every word. No apology, no softening, just further division. In the days that followed, the political world felt different. Karoline returned to the public eye slowly, delivering a heartfelt message about betrayal, resilience, and staying true to one's values. She didn't attack. She didn't retaliate. Instead, she spoke about rebuilding trust and learning painful lessons in public. Marjorie, on the other hand, remained unapologetic. Her supporters praised her for being bold. Her critics saw her as ruthless. The rift between the two women became permanent. A once powerful alliance shattered in front of the entire nation. Experts now say this moment may redefine how political loyalty is viewed in the media age. No more private disagreements. No more quiet endings. Betrayals now unfold under studio lights and high-definition cameras. And for the viewers, this wasn't just another news clip. It was a reminder that behind every political headline are real people, real emotions, and real consequences. One moment, one sentence, one betrayal, and everything changed.